Aloha, beloveds. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Blessed day. I'm here at Jackson Well Springs in Ashland, Oregon. My name is Athena Rose, and there's a weekly ecstatic dance here, a unity dance that I like to come to when I can, when I'm in town, and so I'll really be enjoying that tonight. Yeah, the sun's about to set, and it's been a beautiful day. I've been able to dive into my healthcare practices by going to the gym. I've been working out and lifting weights, and that's felt really nourishing, and I feel stronger in that practice. It's been a few years since I was visiting the gym when I was a marathon runner, and that was part of my training, was also incorporating strength training. I think it's so important as we age, especially to lift weights, to do strength training. From my understanding, scientifically, it helps the bones, your bones, retain their density as we age. And also for myself, like on an energetic level, it feels really empowering to be lifting weights and testing myself and lifting heavier and heavier weights, and seeing, how much I can carry, essentially. So I feel it's a really beautiful practice, and I would encourage you to do that, incorporate that into your healthcare if you haven't yet done so. I've also been upping my cardio by using the elliptical, and today I maxed out the speed a couple times towards the end. I was really pushing myself really hard, and I always put the incline really up and the resistance really up, so working on my leg strength. And yeah, it's definitely helping me feel stronger in my body, and helping me be more confident in who I am, and helping correct some posture imbalances, some low back pain I was having that was really aggravating to me, waking up almost every day with low back pain, and that's been going away since I've been lifting weights and strengthening my core through Pilates, and strengthening my back through strength training. And yeah, I'm been seeing a personal trainer who's been working with me in the Pilates realm, and that's been really helpful. It's mostly about like going really slow and consciously breathing, and really focusing my intention on my muscles and my muscle structure, and paying really close attention to my body, and really close attention to my breath, and really just slowing down, and taking things to a really subtle level. And that's actually translated in other areas of my life, which has been really beautiful. Slowing down and taking more breaths, and staying with my breath, and being really conscious about my movements, and how my body is in space, and my posture, and my shoulders, and my core, tightening my core. I've been learning how to do that on a conscious level, and that's been helping me so much. After 5 pregnancies, my core was really weak, and I had a major abdominal surgery about 11 years ago, and that also weakened my core. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to see where Pilates takes me. It's only been 3 weeks, and yeah, I'm really, really excited to see my body transform, um, and become stronger and healthier, and more capable. Yeah, it's tapping into my superwoman power, superhero power, the embodiment of that energy, and feeling really strong in that. I think that's going to help me a lot. Yeah, I also wanted to share that I've been studying more quantum physics, and in particular, in this book that I've been reading by Robert Moss called Dreaming the Soul Back Home, he talks about the multiverse, and how we are living parallel lives all the time, like an infinity of parallel lives, and how decisions in one life can affect your life in another reality, in a parallel reality. And yeah, I just find that so fascinating, that I may in this life be being affected energetically and emotionally and physically by decisions that an alternate me is making in another life, um, a parallel life. And I was actually shown that in an ayahuasca ceremony visually. She was showing me how there's a point, and then from that point, there's like, it's like an open book, with all these multitude of pages. But when the book is closed, all these pages are concurrently sitting next to each other, but on each page something different is happening. And so yeah, it was this book analogy, this visual of a book. And the point was actually like the spine of the book, which is like a linear line and how we think linearly, but actually time isn't linear at all. It's multi-layered and multifaceted, and it has many layers of possibilities. So yeah, that's exciting to dive into that, and I welcome more teachings around that, and trying to wrap my brain around what that means for myself. The choices that I make now affect other realities of me, and yeah, continue. It had this ripple effect that goes on and on and on and on. So yeah, that's interesting, and I really appreciate the teachings that Robert Moss has imparted in me through his writings, and I'm looking forward to taking one of his workshops soon. He has an online course, 12-week course, in which he goes into basically like level 1 of learning how to incorporate dream work into my practice and teaching others how to do that for themselves. And I'm going to be opening up here a DreamWork circle, a community circle in which we dive into this work and we share our dreams, and we take a drum journey together, and we meditate together, and we basically it's an opportunity for soul recovery, which is something that Robert Moss talks about in his book, that all of us have experienced soul loss in our lifetime, and that we can call back pieces of ourselves through dream work. And so I think it's a very profound spiritual practice, and it involves working with the drum, which is the first shamanic technology. You know, it's a very lo-fi old school technology of the drum beat and being able to vision through the beat of the drum. So yes, super exciting work, and I feel very called to it. And if you're interested in joining me and that, I can turn you on to resources that I have, the book that I'm listening to on Audible, and also Robert Moss has a website, and he has workshops and teachings and all of that. And yeah, locally in Ashland, Oregon, I'll be opening up a DreamWorks circle here next week, and I hope to be meeting every couple of weeks, and like a regular core group, and we can go through some of the exercises and dive into the material that Robert Moss is given us to work with, and you know, analyze our dreams and speak to our dreams and build that network of support, because it's very important that you talk about your dreams so you can remember them, and so you can have that outside perspective from yourself as you talk about it, and also from others who may have who, you know, certainly will probably have a different perspective because they're not you. And many times we block our own awarenesses. You know, we can only see a certain perspective of ourselves from within, and that it's helpful to have those mirrors, those reflections of other folks that will reflect back to us something we may not be able to see, a blind spot or something like that. So if that makes sense. Yeah, so it's exciting times. I'm excited to dance tonight. I'm excited to move my body. I'm excited to experience movement. I'm excited for myself because I feel like I've had a lot of soul recovery through dance and through movement. That was definitely a part of my childhood. I was classically trained in dance, and then I moved into ecstatic dance actually myself through heavy emotions that I experienced it as a teenager, and I was frequently ecstatic dancing to music that I enjoyed, and by myself, and none of my family understood it, or you know, I would do it many times. I remember doing it many times when my folks were gone for the day, my sister was gone, and I would turn up my music really loud and dance just however I wanted, you know, in my room, and release so much energetically through my body and get all sweaty, and yeah, even like yell and release heavy emotions as a teenager. So that was really helpful for me, and yeah, I'm just sharing that because I do feel like a dance is a therapy. It's a therapy, and it can get you to those places of ecstasy, for myself anyway, that nothing else can. So that's really beautiful and profound for me, and I love sharing that with folks, that dance has been a huge medicine for me and continues to be so. And yeah, so if you have an ecstatic dance near you that you can tap into, I encourage you to do that. And yeah, it's a beautiful place to build community and meet other like-minded folks, and just share in the enjoyment of life, and feel your body. It's definitely a deep embodiment practice, which I firmly believe is what we all need, is more embodiment practices in our experience. And so yeah, may this message find you well. May you be enjoying this beautiful night, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions, concerns, comments. I offer a variety of healing modalities through my practice, Illuminated Heart Healing Arts, and I'd love to connect with you and hear how I can be in service to you. And yeah, I'd just love to hear from you about anything that's on your heart. I love hearing from folks, so please feel free to leave a comment in the description, and or reach out via email or on my Facebook page. And if you feel called, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and support me in that way. I'd really appreciate it. And again, my intention is to make a video as frequently as I can. I'm kind of pushing myself to make a video every day about something that's on my heart, something that's on my mind, something that's been going on in my experience, and that's really up for me in my field to be witnessed and observed and recognized and honored. And I'd love to receive feedback from folks, so I can adjust my practice in a way that is easily discernible to others, and easily understood. And so please feel free to give me feedback. I welcome that, and that would feel very supportive to me as well in my life, on my journey. So thank you so much. Many blessings. Aloha.